everyone, it's Alex once again. It's time to talk about a company of mine that is a favorite. That was backwards. One of my favorite companies is Sega. And right now I'm kind of mad at them, but I'll get into that later. Let's talk about their current situation. Right now, they are currently leaving the console market. No games on PS4, PS3, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Wii U, except the Sonic games. So I guess that's a relief for Sega there if you're a Sonic fan like me. But anyway, I'm more mad at them about other things and how they could change it now. Anyway, well, besides Yakuza 5, they're going to still release that. So that's technically the last game they're going to release on consoles, maybe. Anyway, let's talk about how they got there. Now, from what I gathered, by that I mean off assumption and off some articles I read, Alex here, best source of information. Anyway, from what I hear, like Alien Isolation did not sell as much as Sega wanted to, probably because people didn't trust them because of Colonial Marines. So, I mean, that wasn't like their main problem, but the biggest problem was Sonic Boom. That game did not sell well, and for good reason. I have it, unfortunately, and it was a Christmas present. I did not ask. I asked for it at first, months ago, but I'm like, oh, it's so bad. And I told him at the last minute, no, don't get it, and I still got it anyway. So I can tell you that it's pretty fucking bad. Do not get it. Anyway, so it's due to those, at least mostly Sonic Boom, is why they lost a shit ton of money, and a few other problems that they probably had. With their decline of sales in games. Now, what could they do to help themselves? Like, help fix themselves and please their fans. Sorry, I have a kind of like a mini script here because I did this multiple times and I could not stay on track. Now, what? My dog is snoring. Shh. Anyway, let's go. What could they do to fix themselves? Please excuse that snoring. They could do this first. Let me tell you a little story, real quick. Now, a couple years ago, I'd say in 2009, right? I got my Dreamcast finally ready and boot up and started getting games for it again. And I got Phantasy Star Online 1, version 1. I should have got version 2, but I didn't know. Oh well. Still a fun game, regardless. Fantastic. And I'm like, man, this is so good. I'd like to see another one on modern consoles or modern hardware, right? So then 2010, 2011, I think it was, maybe around there, I don't know. Sega announced a anniversary title, which was Phantasy Star Online 2, coming out for PC and PlayStation and Vita when the Vita was announced. So, there you go. I'm like, yeah, we get a new one, right? In Japan first. So, I'm like, okay, maybe they'll bring it over here. That'd be really nice. Get to play on a PC. I can get all my friends to get on it and play it. It'd be fantastic. And time comes around, and 2013, I think, or something like that. Yeah, I think it was 2013, I believe. Maybe 2012. I don't remember which year. One of the 2 years, we got a trailer. A Western announcement trailer from Sega of America's channel. Now, they were pretty goddamn stupid about this because they had the English website and stuff up, but they never updated the website. They never updated their Facebook page. I don't think they have a Twitter, but whatever. And there's no information. Then it's 2014. Nothing. And now we're here. And nothing. And I'm like, well, what the fuck's going on here? I mean, did they just give up? They didn't even tell us, like, what is taking it so long. And it's not like Cube World for PC where people talked about it a lot, then the developers kind of gave up, I think. I didn't look too much into it. They just stopped and everyone forgot. No. This is one side where they kind of forgot, I believe, or they're still working on it. I don't understand what's taking them so long. Or they're just, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. But the fans still want it, so it's not like we forgot. We still remember Sega. Never forget. That noise outside is annoying me. Anyway. So I was actually really pissed off about this. And then I thought about it just recently. Today, I think. Or maybe yesterday. I think it was yesterday or the day before. Who knows. Whenever this gets uploaded. Since Sega is going into full focus on PC and mobile, why not finish Phantasy Star Online 2's Western release, Europe, North America, you know, whatever. Finish that, right? Then put it on Steam for download. Or you could put it on your website, but I think you should probably put it on Steam because Steam is a much more popular platform than your website. So I was like, okay, alright. They can release on Steam, the English version, no problem. You know, get money off of that. Whatever you do. I don't even know if it's pay to play or free to play because I never fucking play it because it never came over here. You could say, oh, you can just download the patch, but if Sega finds out you're playing on their servers over in like, the Japanese servers, then you're going to get kicked and banned. So, whoops. From what I heard, it's pretty fun, so... Oh well. Anyway. So, that's what they could do. They could start off with getting their games on PC with... Or they could start getting games on PC with Phantasy Star Online 2. Perfect start. But that's just my idea. Not theirs. They might not listen to me. Well, they probably aren't, because my channel is so goddamn small on the YouTube counter, I'm like this big on the counter of how many people are on YouTube. Let's see. Now, besides that, actually, I should probably put some more things on here, because I didn't really get specific on my little crappy script here. What else could they do? They could have Atlas, which they were supposed to be doing, apparently, or they wanted them to do, is take control of Sega's old IPs that they don't use anymore, and make games for them. Like, you know, Atlas could take care of like Shining Force and Phantasy Star, the actually turn-based RPG one, not the online one, and you know Vector Man and Golden Axe and Streets of Rage 4, things like that. Panzer Dragoon as well. Oh, dude, I want a remake of Saga because I'm not spending $300 on it, at least not now, because they lost the code years ago. That's unfortunate. So there's that, right? And they can release it on PC. You know, just do things like that. And then also, recently with the, I just saw this now, the Sonic games, the classic Genesis games, you know, Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, right? Well, Sonic 3 isn't out, but, like, remember when they did the Sonic CD re-release? They didn't just re-release it, they actually fixed up, like, problems in the game, like collision detection, and they added new things, like you play as Tails, you know, they fixed some graphical bugs, maybe, and, it's basically just the definitive version of Sonic CD, even though I know people that don't like the game for some reason. I'm not going to name out anyone. Anyway, they are doing that with Sonic 1 and 2, and it's Christian Whitehead working on this. They're doing it one for Sonic 3, but Sega hasn't announced it yet for some reason. Like, they won't, like, approve it for some reason yet. So, they're making the definitive versions of Sonic 1, 2, and 3 on mobile. That's okay, but you haven't released them on the consoles yet. I'm thinking, well, maybe they're not releasing my consoles separately because, you know, people are getting confused because they have all of them on the PlayStation Store and Xbox 360 Marketplace, and that would, again, cause confusion. You know, what you could do is you could release, when they're all complete, in a little bit of a package, the Sonic Genesis Collection, which I already did, or just whatever it is, take it and re-release it on the PC as a full pack of the original Sonic games remastered, you know? That'd be pretty fucking cool. Because Sonic 1, apparently, you can play as Knuckles and Tails. I have it on mobile, I just haven't really played it because I hate playing on mobile platformers. I hate playing platformers on mobile devices. Anyway, so there's that. There's some ideas. You guys can give me your ideas down in the comments below of what you think Sega could do while they're in the PC market to help get themselves recovered. Now, am I saying that they will go back to the console market? Probably, maybe not. Depends how they play their cards. If they screw up any more than they already are now, bye-bye. No. Again, will Sega survive? I do think they will. I mean, they're not going to just die. I mean, a big name like that, I mean, there are big names that you hear, like Atari dying out, and, what do you call it, THQ, other companies like that dying out, but, you know, Atari, it was the beginning of the gaming stuff over here, like, made it popular, that is. But they just didn't have anything that really stood out, unlike Sega did. THQ, you know, they kind of stood out too, but they had some, you could look up why they fucked up. But Sega, I don't see them going anywhere. I really don't think they can. I mean, they can, but they really shouldn't. The name won't die, that's the thing. The brand won't, at least. Because Sega has made such a massive impact on the gaming, like, community in general, or just in, like, gaming industry, I should say, with their Sega Master System, you know, over in Europe, making that popular, then bring in the Genesis over here, which was obviously renamed from the Mega Drive to Genesis over here. They made like Nintendo and Sega like the biggest two rivals, and they created some of the best games ever made because of this, and revolutionized gaming as well. You know, with their 16-bit graphics and the CD-ROM play, or the Sega CD. Even though it was a failure, it still was something that helped shape, you know, the future of gaming with CD-based gaming, which I'm assuming was already being done on PC, but for consoles, that's what I mean. And then the Sega 32X, that was just, we don't talk about that. And then with the Sega Saturn, you know, you got like, it could do multiple things. Well, not really multiple things, but it just, Sega tried, right? And then when they had the Dreamcast, that's when they had the biggest innovation. I mean, the Game Gear, that was a console that had backlit or a backlit screen and full color console, way before the Game Boy Advance or Game Boy Color came out. So, actually, it wasn't until the Game Boy Advance SP where they had color and backlit screens. So Sega was like way ahead of Nintendo there, and when it came to the Dreamcast, that's when the innovation was really there, right? I mean, first off, they kept this for the original Xbox, and that was it. Was little memory cards going into the controllers. I still love that to this day, even though they're kind of useless on like the screens themselves. It was just something really cool to look at, which would later be put into things like the Wii U game, the Wii U, this thing. I can't think of the name. The gamepad, right? Have a little screen on there on the controller. It's very far-fetched, but you know, still a screen with things that pop up on it, and you can't tap it on the Dreamcast, but you get what I mean. And not only that, they also innovated with the fact that you could go online with your system. That was pretty fucking cool. I never used it. I really wish I could, but I can't. I can't relive those. I can't live those days. I never had a Dreamcast until 2004. So I was just really disappointed with that one. You go online, you could browse the internet. You could literally, not like Xbox 360 where you're limited, for example, or Xbox original. You could fucking go on the internet on your TV, plug in the Sega mouse and the Sega keyboard into your system, and type shit out, send emails to people. And apparently in Japan there was something that was like a little bit of a webcam you could hook into your Dreamcast, and you could like put it somewhere, record about 10 to 20 second video clips, and send it to whoever you're working for. That's fucking awesome. I mean, it didn't really take off outside of Japan, but still, Sega is such a big part of, you know, the gaming industry with all their innovations. They really can't go anywhere. That's the thing. I'm pretty sure Sega themselves will not allow it, and I'm pretty sure fans themselves will not allow it either. You know, no matter how much they've screwed up to this point, you still gotta remember that they really shaped the industry, along with Nintendo. Anyway, that was a longer thing I said to talk about with Sega, if they'll survive or not. Anyway, I'm Alex. Let me know what you think in the description, or not description, in the comments below of what you thought of the video. Do you think Sega will survive? Do you think the ideas that I gave of Sega staying afloat in the PC market and mobile market will keep them fine? And then focus on mobile because I don't care about mobile. I mean, it's a popular thing, but the Japanese can talk about that. Anyway, I don't have anything against Japanese. It's just, there's more pipe over there for some reason. Anyway, I'm Alex. I'll see you next time.